because fucking thank you. You're changing my life.
Yep, that's me. And you might be wondering, why is this bitch in a bonnet on her laptop camera crying on the internet right now? Well, that's because this week I started something called The Artist Way, which if you're not familiar by now, I really am not sure how often you get onto TikTok, but you might want to log in once or twice more often, because this is the same book that Doechii has accredited to changing her entire life, let alone her career. And your girl just won a Grammy. So yeah, I was definitely intrigued when she went on live again and doubled down on the fact that this book is absolutely necessary in everybody's life. So yeah, this was my week 1. I laughed, I cried, I did a little bit of both at the same time. I was disappointed and successful, but most importantly, I did it. So enough of the tears and the sitting in front of my MacBook on the floor, sobbing profusely. Let's just go back in time a little bit here and see what's been going on.
Hey everyone, so I'm gonna be taking my hair down. I started The Artist Way. I am 40 pages into the book, so I am just at the first page of week 2, but this is week 1 for me. So I really love this so far. Few things that I love about it in particular.
Damn, that shit good.
I love her language and like the level of like ease that you get, because she talks about a censor, right? And like how your censor is basically that voice in your head that like judges and like, you know, negates the things that you want to do or that you want to experience. I have a really big one of those.
What do you mean by that?
How in order to be an artist, like, or in order to be creative, like creativity has to be nurtured. Like you can't be an artist without nurturing the artist in you. But yeah, so do my best to like make myself come here and check in and give my thoughts, and then when I have something else to do, I will do it and I will show you guys and give my thoughts. So yeah.
You don't need no one else. You can move on by yourself.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so it is 1:14. I'm a little bit late. I'm a little bit behind, but it's okay. The whole point of the timer, the whole point of making it be 1 o'clock was really just to make sure that it got done. And I'm filming on my laptop because I don't know, I like the vibe. I feel like it's cute. I actually might film them all right here, so that way they're also just already on my laptop. So if the formatting changes throughout this, that's the point, you know? I'm supposed to be growing and changing and evolving this whole time anyway. So I probably will, but honestly the format is the least of my fucking concerns. It's doing the work, right? Okay, got my blank pages, and I think I'm debating on whether to start with my imaginary lives, which is really exciting, or to dive into something that I'm dreading a little bit, because she talks about that too. Time travel lists 3 old enemies of your creative self-worth. Please be as specific as possible in doing this exercise. All right. List them. Oh. Like, see, I be overcomplicating stuff in my head, because I'm like, ooh, I gotta like write out this and that. I just need to write a list of three enemies of my creative self-worth. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I like this. It feels like a FaceTime, especially like when I go to watch this all back, when I'm walking across the Oscars stage, okay? 3 old enemies of my creative self-worth. There's one girl who I'm not gonna name, because she is like a little IG baddie now. So like, I don't want to say it and then people know who the fuck I'm talking about. But basically, there was an instance in middle school that still to this day is like a fuck you, bitch.
Fuck you too, bitch. Kiss my ass, bitch, motherfucker.
Kind of moment to me. And it was this little ass girl, like at the time she was a little ass girl, because we were actually in middle school, but she was younger than me. I just remember we were in the hallway and she had asked me a question. Oh, so you're an actor? I was like, yeah, I'm an actor. She's like, okay, so then if you're so good, like, why are you not famous yet? And she started laughing, and like the people around her started laughing, like at me, like, yeah, like that's true, like you call yourself that, but like I don't see you on nothing, like I don't see you doing nothing. And like saying it out loud right now, part of it still is like, fuck you, but also like it sounds so silly and trivial because now with my like mature adult mind, I understand like that's just not how it fucking works. Like you can be something well before you're known for it. That's actually how it works. Like you are a doctor, like you have a doctor's knowledge before you actually get your PhD. That's the point. You have to be a doctor before you are a doctor on paper, you know? You don't get to just walk into your residency. No, you have to go through extensive training. You have to gain knowledge. You have to put things into practice. You have to show that you're sufficient in what you're practicing before you actually go out into the field to practice it on a public scale. So like, and also, bitch, I'm fucking 12.
That's a child.
What do you mean if I'm an actor, why am I not on TV yet? I'm fucking 12. Like, we're both in this middle school hallway right now. We're children. You do know that, right? Like, but yeah. And since she was the most like visceral one, I think she's probably gonna stay on the list. I'm gonna write a quote from her as well. The quote. Ooh. It's funny because these bitches have like a similar name. Like this one is actually such a heavy hitter. I'm gonna be really vulnerable for a moment. Like this one is actually such a heavy hitter that like it still affects my comfortability to doing this thing to this day. So basically I used to be a part of a choir that was like a traveling choir or whatever. It was like a youth choir. And I remember the choir director's like children. We were cool at first. I don't know what the fuck happened. Just like one day they woke up and decided that they just didn't fucking like me. I don't know. I don't remember because I was literally like 11 or 12. Like I think I left when I was like 13. And all of these people, besides like one of them, besides the youngest child, was older than me. And I think even he might have been like a year older than me still. And he was the only one that was like nicer to me, and like still to this day, like he did like come back and end up like apologizing for some of the shit that the other two, they didn't give a fuck, and they still don't give a fuck most likely. But basically, like I just would be ridiculed for how I dance, like because I wasn't like in dance classes, like wanting to be a dancer, like dancing, which was like the thing, because you know when you're dealing with music, like most of the time people dance. And I have rhythm, but like I'm not a fucking dancer. Like I'm not a dancer. Like I'm not your prima ballerina. I'm not out here fucking doing hip hop moves in my fucking sneakers and my baggy shorts. Like I'm not fucking doing that. I want to. I would love to. I find so much joy in dancing. But I'm like, ugh, and I'm getting like emotional even like thinking back on it and talking about it now. But it's like I don't feel comfortable doing that anymore because of like how poorly I feel like I was treated and perceived whenever I would try to do things. And it's like when you're trying to do something, when you're learning to do something, that is your most vulnerable point because you're not going to be good at it at first. Like when you first attempt to do something, you're more than likely, unless you're some sort of like natural born fucking prodigy, you're not going to, you know how to do that. And I started dancing a lot later than everybody else did that I was around. So like a lot of them went to this place called DeVay's back in Baltimore, and they went there from the time, or Studio H, I think it's Studio H or Studio A, something like that, and DeVay's were like the two, and they started off when they were like really young. So like it's easy when you're a kid to like not overthink it and like get it, and then by the time you've just done that for like every single year, your entire like childhood through all the way up until you being a teenager, like you've already built your skill set to where like now you probably can try certain dance moves from the first time and it's like decent, like you know what I mean. I danced and I tap danced when I was like really little, like maybe 2 or 3, and then I stopped dancing completely until I got to like middle or high school because I had terrible stage fright as a baby. Like I would cry and scream and throw such a fit to go on stage, like to the point where I never even finished my first or second dance recital or something like that because I ended up sitting in the audience because I literally was so terrified on stage that I had to get off. And that was when I was like 3 or 4. So it's like that into like, okay, now I'm taking dance classes again because I'm in musical theater and this, that, and the third, but I'm like 10, 11, 12, and even then it's like ballet. It's not hip hop, right? It's not like just casual club dance. It's not any of that. So it's like, that's a different skill set. So it's like, I'm trying to pick up what y'all are putting down, but y'all just have more context than me. And y'all sat on your high horse and you made me feel bad about the fact that I'm not the best singer on the choir. I can't belt and do all these crazy riffs and runs. And I don't know how to like do a fucking needle and like fucking crump. Like, I'm so fucking sorry. Like, this little black girl doesn't know how to like move her body like everybody else. Like, but still to this day, I don't feel comfortable dancing in front of other people because of it. And it's not because I can't dance. That's the fucked up part. That's the fucked up part. It's just that I can't dance as well as I feel like other people can. And I don't feel confident doing it around other people, which makes me feel like I'm doing things even more awkwardly. So for that fucking reason, like now as an adult, like I don't even dance like when I go out unless I really feel comfortable with you. Like if I really feel comfortable with you, I will dance around you. If I don't feel comfortable, if I'm not like at that place yet, or I feel like you're the type of person that would look at me some kind of way for like being awkward or like having an awkward moment, then I'm not gonna do it. So she definitely makes the list because definitely makes the list. It's just so frustrating because it's like I want to be able to feel comfortable in my body, but it's just like it's hard because like I get so in my head, especially with dancing. Like that's what it is. And then I like, it would be one thing if that was like an isolated incident too, but it's like then I got to high school, it's just like people like that, like those cool kids, those popular, because I wasn't popular in high school. Like people knew who I was because I talk a lot, I have a very outgoing personality, and I'm great at what I do. Like I am a great actor, like I am an amazing actor, and I was getting cast in shit like at the school. So like when people would come to see the school shows and like plays, and also I went to performing arts high school. So like when people would come to see the shows and stuff like that, like people knew who I was because of that kind of, and also just because like I'm a big personality, I talk to everybody, like I'm just kind of around, and also like in the grand scheme of things, like my school wasn't that big of a school. Point is that I wasn't the dancers, because that's another thing. That all happened in middle school. So then I go into high school. One day I was in class, and this had nothing to even fucking do with class, and I remember this girl, and we were all in the dance studio like learning some sort of like TikTok, or like not TikTok because TikTok wasn't a thing, but it might have been Musically or like Twitter or something, I don't know, some dance trend, right? And so I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, it was in the middle of the party, but you on me, right? And so they wanted me to be a part of it, and I just could not. Like there was this one move that I just could not get, and I just remember it was the looks and the laughter. It's always the looks and the laughter. Like you don't even have to say anything. Like I know that you're looking at me, you're judging me, and you're laughing about it. And now y'all are like trying to do y'all own thing because y'all feel like, oh, she's weird. Like she don't get it. Like it's cool. She don't got no rhythm. She can't dance. And it's just like, like I feel that coming off of you, and it's like, that's embarrassing. Like now I don't want to do it anymore. So it's just like so many instances that I've had where it's like, and maybe I'm just a bad dancer, or maybe I'm a bad dancer because I've never given myself the opportunity to actually let go and do it without experiencing ridicule from other people. Like, but I feel like I can't because I'm scared that even a teacher might look at me crazy. Like I'm scared to like put myself in a position to like feel embarrassed like that again. I don't even throw my ass. Like I can't even shake my ass. Like I probably can't. I have a fat ass, but it's like I'm scared to try, even in my own mirror, because I'm scared to be embarrassed about that. But nothing else I do. Like when it comes to singing, even singing, I've had moments where it's like that's embarrassing. Like I've actually gotten up to sing a song unprepared with accompaniment. Thought I had the sheet music printed out in a certain key and didn't, got up there and performed the whole song in the wrong fucking key, and it was on video. And I still will sing in public at karaoke any given day of the week because I know that I can sing. And I know that even though I'm not the best fucking singer in the world, and even though I'm not like a church riffer kind of bitch, like I still have a voice to me and that I sound good, and I've had enough positive experiences since that one that it completely like that doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna just write out the pairings as like one person. Like that's kind of one person. Like, well, I almost said her name. Damn. I love this book because I probably would have never even thought about all of this if it hadn't been for this book just now. Just a list of 3 names. Who would have thunk that just by listing out 3 names, 3 enemies to your own creative self-worth would help you realize where your deepest insecurities are coming from and who. and where they exactly came from. Because now that I've identified the monster's not as scary. Because now I just realize the monster is just figures of my past that really ultimately does not matter, nor does it actually change what I know to be true about myself. And that's a lie that I've been telling myself consistently because I just haven't been able to figure out where it's coming from, so I thought it was coming from me. Ain't that something? Anyway. Well, that's my list. Okay. Since we just did the 3, I feel like this is also good anyway. So we just did the 3 old enemies. Now I want to do 3 champions. And I already know who they are. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I never really learned how to say his last name. We just call him Cosme. I should probably ask him that. Or ask somebody that might know. Like, that man has believed in me since the moment I walked through his door at my audition.
Hey, yeah, me again. So I sat here for about 2 more hours sobbing and talking about these incredible figures in my life that have helped me champion my creative self-worth. So I just cut to the part that I felt like made the most sense, and I left it at that because I'm already that bitch crying on the internet, but I'm damn sure not about to be that bitch crying on the internet for 2 hours. So yeah, here we go.
Ever since then, he has been advocating for me. And then once I was there, like, they're just such great like, they're just so great. Like, not only are they just great people, like, they're just great actors. They're great at what they do. They're great teachers. They're great confidants. They're just so supportive. Like, Nora Woolley, holy shit, I love that woman. I don't even think she understands how much I appreciate her, which is why I'll probably write her a thank you letter as well, because, like, her class changed my life as well. Cosme changed my life. Her class changed my life as well. Cosme changed my life. Like, Adrian changed my life. Like, all of these people changed my life in such incredible ways. And April, I feel like, is my, like, pace in Atlanta. Like, April reminds me so much of, oh my gosh, Yanti. That's who I'm missing. I knew there was another white woman. I'm talking about all of these people in, like, chunks because I was only supposed to write 3, but I've written like 10 because also this list is way longer than that list. And that's the important part. And I'm so grateful to myself for making this investment in me so that way I could sit here in this moment and feel what I'm feeling. And know that I don't have to keep being so hard on myself. Yes, Mark Bryan, fucking thank you for making her do this shit. And Julia, thank you for thinking about all this shit and doing it when Mark told you. Because fucking thank you. You're changing my life.
Okay, so as you can see, we've come full circle here, and you might have a bit more insight as to how this bitch ended up on the floor in her bonnet crying on the internet, aka my first week of the artist way. Yay! Now, as I mentioned earlier, I have a shit ton of footage from this week. Nothing even all that crazy, but just a lot of my thoughts and processes. So I'm going to break these weeks into parts, and I'm going to try to make each week no more than 2 parts. So stay on the lookout for that when they're posted. And yeah, until next time.